Go.
Hey guys, happy Sunday. Well, we're standing under the hood of our 1990 Toyota V6 3.0 liter EFI. We got back from Las Vegas. It wouldn't start. We've been having some problems with it. Just won't start. And so took a little while to figure out what it is. When your truck isn't starting, any vehicle isn't starting, it's one of three things, right? It's either not getting fuel, it's not getting spark, or it's not getting air. The first thing I decided to check was if it was getting fuel. It's very simple. On this vehicle, here's the throttle body right here, and so I unscrewed this hose clamp right here, and I just worked this off just like that, and I shot some ether fluid right into the throttle body, and that puts it behind the fuel injector. So if it doesn't start, then you know you're not getting spark. So we knew we weren't getting spark, so at that point we're looking at the distributor, the rotor, spark plugs, ignition coil. What part in the ignition process could be failing in the spark? So the first test we did in the spark was we took from the coil to the distributor off, and we just set it up against the metal and turned the engine, and you could see it spark. So that means we knew that this ignition module, coil, whatever you want to call it, was good. And the next test we did was we pulled the spark plug out the same way, and we just put it right up against the metal as well. Actually, you don't have to put the spark plug up against the metal. As long as it's hooked into the lead, you should see spark when you turn the engine over from the spark plug. We didn't see that. So we knew then that the distributor was bad. This is my first time ever messing around with the distributor. Right here's your distributor cap. And so what you want to do, I want you guys to notice how I marked the cords that I need to take off, so I knew which piston they were going to, so I didn't get confused. So I've already taken the screws off. It's pretty easy to take the distributor cap off. There's a screw here, another screw on the back side. So just 3 screws. On this side, luckily enough, our wires are labeled with what cylinder number it is, so we didn't have to mark those as they're already marked. But you just take these off here, lay everything off, and here's the distributor cap. Very simple. Here's the old distributor cap. We've already changed the distributor cap and the rotor, so the truck does run now. But here's the old distributor cap. You can see the inside of it. Those are all the contacts, little silver pieces. And then this rotor goes in there, and it spins, and it's what contacts all the contacts. And that's what fires your spark and sends it to your cylinders. So that's the old one. It was no good. You can see on this rotor how it's all worn, and you can see those contacts are all worn. See this one, how nice and clean those contacts are. Now I want to show you how easy it is. I was a little nervous because I'd never done a rotor before on a distributor cap, and so I didn't know how to get the rotor off. But you know what, guys? All you do is pull it off. We pulled the old one off, put the new one on. We can get it on the right way here. Just like that, simple enough. And then your distributor cap just goes right back on like that. So I'll get this plugged back in, I'll get the screws back in, and I'll check back in. We're going to change the wires as well right now too, so I'll check back in once we started that. See you. Alright guys, we got the distributor cap back on and the throttle assembly housing all put back together there to the EFI system. So we're going to get started on the spark plugs and changing the wires now. So stopped the car quest yesterday, got the spark plugs, and got the new set of wires. Unfortunately, these wires aren't labeled. I've never seen wires labeled other than half of them on this truck before, actually imprinted. But so what I did was I just sorted them by length, and what we're going to do to keep everything together is just do one wire and one plug at a time. So we'll go up to the front of the truck, pull the first plug, pull that wire, come back and match it to the length and make sure I'm getting the right wire back there, because all too often I think people take all their plugs out, get all their wires off, and then you're like, well, where the hell does this wire go? Well, it's a pain in the butt because all those cylinders have to fire right, and if your wrong plug is going to the wrong wire, then you've got an issue. So that's our plan to keep things together. Just sort them by length and hope that we get it all right. Stay tuned. We'll find out in a few minutes if we're successful or not. Okay, hey guys, back again. I had to take the throttle body off just so we can access this side easier. As you can see with this big chunk in here, it makes it a bit more difficult. So it's really easy to pull off and put back on, so that's what I did. I'm starting with this plug first. It is the back of the driver's side. I've got the 5/8 inch socket right here, which I'm using as my spark plug socket. I don't actually have a spark plug socket. Most of them have the rubber boots inside. This one doesn't. So if you're like me or too lazy or too cheap to go into town buy a new one, be careful, don't break your plug. So I took the boot off. We're going to take it off of the little attachments here. We're gonna go find the new plug like we talked about, and see, when we do it one time, we know right where everything goes. So I'm gonna get working on this plug and get working on this wire, but I just wanted you guys to see exactly what we were doing. I'll check back in on the... Hey, you guys think I waited a little too long to change these spark plugs? Maybe just a little bit, huh? Don't be a lazy asshole like me. All right, guys, looks like we're all wrapped up. We got all 6 plugs out, all 6 cables rerouted. I still got the air cleaner off that throttle body just because I want to start it up before I put everything back together. And see, I want to show you real here one of the reasons we decided to do this. Obviously too late from the look of those spark plugs, but it looks like a mouse or something had been in here chewing on it as well. So we figured we just would change all the plugs and everything. Now let me just show you in this hole here. Yeah, that spark plug way down there is behind all of this stuff right here. So that was definitely the hardest one and the longest one. It took some extensions and some swivels and whatnot, but I think we're good to go, and I think we're going to start her up now and just hear how she runs for a second, and we'll see how she looks. Maybe put the parking brake on. Give it one more shot. All right, we're going to put the airflow on and see if that's the problem here. All right, guys, as you can see, I got the air cleaner, air filter, throttle bottle, whatever the hell you want to call it. I got it back on. Keep in mind this truck hasn't run for a couple of weeks because it's been down. So let's see how she goes now. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're good to go, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. As always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, let us know how you liked it, how you didn't like it, what you thought about it. It's our first video, so any feedback would be great. Well, our first like narrated video anyway. All right.